Tonight, Thursday Night Football is going to be pretty interesting for Vikings fans as you have the Broncos quarterbacked by Teddy Bridgewater. Maybe he's questionable with a quad injury, as well as offensive plays being called by Pat Shurmur, who, of course, we know and love. They're playing at Cleveland against the Browns, quarterbacked by Case Keenum because Baker Mayfield suddenly realized, oh, hey, I'm actually hurting my team by playing bad with this torn labrum. And, of course, head coach is Kevin Stefanski. So this is the former Vikings quarterback and play caller's bowl, but focusing on the quarterbacks, I will always root for Case Keenum. I will always root for Teddy Bridgewater. They both hold a special place in my heart for different reasons. Because, we'll start with Keenum. Keenum, the Minneapolis Miracle, right up there. Of course, that's always going to be a great moment in time for Vikings fans. And Keenum, I love me an underdog story, and I vaguely followed Keenum's career when he was at Houston. Threw for 9 billion yards when he was coached by Kevin Sumlin and Cliff Kingsbury when Houston was just a way station, a leapfrog to better jobs. But he threw for 9 billion yards. He was like a seventh-year senior. So he came to the league undrafted, undersized, and even though he threw for all those yards in the air raid offense, he didn't have the strongest arm in the world. And then he bounced around as a backup a couple of spots, came here, signed for the Vikings as Sam Bradford's backup, 1 year, $2 million, and then of course we know what happened. Slinging Sammy Bradford, Week 1, 2017, looked great against the Saints. It was like, oh, here we go. Sammy Sleeves, if we can get this Sam Bradford, we're gonna win the league. We're gonna win the league. And then the mysterious knee injury for Week 2 at Pittsburgh, and they're like, well, Case Keenum, great, and struggled early on, but then caught fire, man. Won 8 straight games or something like that in the middle of the season. And Case Keenum, with Pat Shurmur, by the way, was just phenomenal, just sublime. Where when Keenum had gotten opportunities to play before, he was his own worst enemy. Gunfighters sometimes get shot. And Case Keenum is certainly a gunfighter, certainly a gunslinger, and sometimes that he would overestimate his abilities. Throwing the double and triple coverage, like, looking downfield, I could probably make that throw. But Pat Shurmur did a great job of reeling him in and limiting his downside and accentuating his upside. And that's what happened. And, after the season, after the loss, NFC title game, 35-7, blah, 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 had a home Super Bowl on the line. That would have been the storybook ending. Case Keenum, guy out of nowhere, Vikings fan shoveling his driveway so he doesn't have to. He's from Texas. He's never seen snow before, but it didn't work out. And then the Vikings had that decision. What were they going to do? Were they going to bring back Teddy Bridgewater, who came back that season after his horrific knee injury? And also, it was great class by Case Keenum during that Bengals game when Teddy came in for a couple plays, ended up throwing a pick. But no one was more excited for Teddy Bridgewater than Case Keenum in that building, which is pretty amazing. It showed what a great teammate that he was as well. But the decision was, all right, do we extend Keenum long term? Do we gamble with Teddy's knee? Do we throw $84 million guaranteed at Kirk Cousins? It was a big decision. And even at the time, as weird as it sounds, Kirk Cousins was the safe option because you had no idea if Case Keenum was going to catch that lightning in a bottle again. He signed a big deal with Denver. It certainly ended up not working. So he went to Denver, went to Washington. Now he's a backup with the Browns. And then with Teddy, the knee was probably still a year or two away. Looked good with the Saints. Well, he signed with the Jets first. People forget that. So with the Jets and the Saints, and then the bounce around the Panthers, and now he's looking good. Well, he looked good for the first 3 games for the Broncos. But what could have been, man? What could have been? Now, I always compare Case Keenum with like a summer romance, where it's just like it was never going to work out long term, but you'll always have those good memories from that short period of time. Yeah, that's exactly Case Keenum. But Teddy is the one where it could have worked out. Teddy Bridgewater, if his knee didn't socially distance from his body, he would still be the quarterback of the Vikings. And Mike Zimmer wanted it that way because, remember, Teddy was Zimmer's second draft pick after Anthony Barr in 2014. He was his quarterback, and he was going to be that guy, and that connection was going to be there. He was going to watch film with Teddy Bridgewater every week as opposed to waiting for year 4 with Kirk Cousins, but whatever. But I understand the Teddy Bridgewater, 14 touchdowns, 9 picks, he's got a noodle arm. But he was exactly what Zimmer wants in a quarterback. He wants ball control. He wants no mistakes. He wants to take care of it, settle for 3, etc. But Teddy was ready to expand. Teddy was ready to blow up in year 3, similar to Josh Allen. Maybe not that far, right? Maybe that's a bit of hyperbole and rose-colored glasses and revisionist history. But Teddy Bridgewater, year 3, had developed a lot more upper body strength. The ball was outside the hashes at training camp in Mankato. It had a lot more zip on it, and it just fell apart, man. It just fell apart. He was ready to make a big leap in year 3, but we'll never know. I mean, he's Schrodinger's Ted, because we'll never know if Teddy Bridgewater's knee had stayed together, what kind of quarterback he would have been going forward. And also, frankly, it's amazing. I don't think he gets enough credit that, hey, he came back from that horrific knee injury where he tore and damaged everything. And the fact that he was able to get back on the NFL field 2 years later as a backup for the Vikings, and then eventually get a starting job. By the way, the Panthers. The Panthers did Teddy no. The Panthers absolutely did Teddy no favors last year because they used all their draft picks in 2020 on defense. They wonder why they have this amazing, fast, young defense, and they're struggling on offense. Oh, maybe it wasn't Teddy's fault. He was scapegoated for a lot of the Panthers' issues last year, but I digress. But either way, yeah, tonight, Thursday Night Football, going to be cheering for both sides. Well, if Teddy plays. And if Drew Lock is in, screw him right in the face. So then it's very easy. Browns by 1,000. But Keenum, Teddy, they'll always be right here. Didn't work out, but always be right here. But your thoughts on our thoughts. Teddy Bridgewater-Case Keenum. Well, maybe Teddy. Questionable. Tonight, Thursday Night Football. Squaring off. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work? Venmo. Pay that man his money. But until next time, Skol, production value.